What is up, guys? Today we have a brief unboxing or brief review, even in my opinion, whether it's still worth to buy OnePlus 10 Pro in 2024. So this phone was released in 2022 and I will try to answer the question whether it's still worth to buy right now on May 2024. So let's see, I'm using this phone for more than 1.5 years, so it's almost 2 years of using this phone, and I can tell you the advantages, disadvantages of this phone, and whether I will recommend to buy this phone right now. Actually, it will be only second-hand option, I guess, because it's very hard to find a phone which is 2 years old brand new, or it will be some battery issue as it was laying just in a box for several years. So firstly, let's put the phone aside, just show you how it looks like. So you will see this box when you're buying it, and I hope even the second hand they will give you a box. I've got the Chinese version, which is an E2210. You can easily flash it. I have the Indian right now. You can change the global version or to the US version. It's up to your preferences. This is Chinese version for 12 gigabytes, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of built-in memory, and it was manufactured in October 2022. Qualcomm Snapdragon 5G supported, of course, with the main characteristics. I will be back to you later when we will go to the phone itself. So the box looks really nice. You have the co-developed. This has a Hasselblad here, and open the box. Actually, here OnePlus. All these details you see, it's really nice. Here you have like signature of Hasselblad. I don't know whether you see it or not. Like this, yeah. And OnePlus logo. On another side, you have vice versa, the logo Hasselblad and OnePlus written here. So it's just some minor things which makes this phone really good. Okay, so when we open the box, we see it's fully black, OnePlus logo, very minimalistic. When we open it up, never settles the slogan, so the phone was just laying here. I even still have some paper from phone. Okay, it will not fit because I have a case on it, but yeah, it was here. And actually it looks good, all recyclable. And you can just pull this thing up. Then it was charger here, charger I have, cable also I have. Basically from down part that's it. And let's open what we have here inside. Of course the stickers. Now Apple don't have it 2024. No one put it almost, but OnePlus still do, even 4 stickers, which is nice. Hyper Boost, I don't know who need it. OnePlus black, OnePlus logo red, and OnePlus signature and logo in red one. Also you have some stickers. I don't know why you need it. I think maybe it's something when you sell it in China somewhere. They just put these stickers, but it's, yeah, just useless actually. Why you would put them just for some Chinese instructions? Okay, you have a pin to actually open the SIM slot and insert the SIM cards, and some Chinese instructions, and we have the second version. Okay, it's warranty card in Chinese. Okay, basically all of this is nice, but let's move back to the phone itself. So we don't need a box anymore. Let's move to charger. Actually, the charger, Chinese version, you have 80 watt super VOC charge. Actually works well, charging really fast, 30 minutes from 0 to 100, which is nice. Only one thing that I don't understand, why they still use USB only, not Type-C cable, but USB to Type-C cable. Cable is red, high quality, 1 meter. And I guess this is really great and will work for a long time. I personally don't use it that often, as I charge by this charger only when I need it urgently. Usually I use just regular slow charger with longer, like 1.5 meter cable. So that's why I have it almost brand new. And on this charger we can see that it's Oppo actually charger, and it's 5 watt 2 ampere, and the maximum is 11 volts 7.3 ampere, so it's quite powerful charger. Of course the Chinese, or actually American Chinese socket, but in Europe you can easily use it with some additional tool like this. So I just insert it and it works well. Actually the thing always in my socket, so I don't need it all the time to put it on and put it off. Actually, what else to say? Regular USB, Type-C, actually not that heavy, not that light, but charging is really fast, 80 watt. Also, this phone supports 50 watt wireless charging and, as I remember, 10 watt reversive charger. Also, actually working well, tested everything. Fast charging by wireless working. I usually charge 15 watt, but 50 also works. Okay, so let's move on with the phone itself. As we see how you will get this phone, let's just see the technical characteristics. So what we've got here, RAM 12 gigabytes, also it can be expanded to from 4 to 12 gigabytes, and actually RAM expansion works well, so I have 20 gigabytes of RAM, which is more than enough, I guess. The screen size, so it's 6.7 inches, but I don't know why they write it in centimeters, so 17.02 centimeters. I have an E2211, which is Indian version of the firmware for this phone. For me it works the best, so I use the features of it, then I like just this version, but you can install whatever you need in case you have Chinese phone, or buy global version, which is a bit more expensive. Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 works actually quite well. Heating, yeah, sometimes it is, but I'm not playing games here, so on the charger, of course, it hits a bit. When I watch some videos a lot, I don't think it's really hot, but in case you play games, you will feel it. Android 14, OxygenOS 14, so all the latest updates are available here, so I guess the latest version will be OxygenOS 15 for this phone and Android 15, so you still have at least 1 year of the support of this phone, of updates, and maybe half or 1 additional year with some fixing security, like without any features, maybe just some additional fixes. But still, as for May 2024 until end of 2025, I guess it will have support from OnePlus, so 1.5 years at least. Also Google Play working here, Google Pay also working, everything is good. For the cameras, 32 front camera here, 48 the main camera here, 50 megapixel is ultra wide, and 8 megapixel is here is a zoom lens, and 8 megapixel zoom lens, and 50 is ultra wide. Actually, the cameras, okay, I can show you how it looks like, but I will not focus really on cameras here. It's quite normal, as you see, 0.6, quite wide angle here. Just regular camera from 2022 when it was released. The main camera is really nice, and you have the zoom 3.3. Actually working fine, but what I see from disadvantage is only on Full HD you can switch between 3 cameras. So while recording you cannot do it. You need to do manual zoom here, and it switch automatically to 3.3 and to 0.6 lens, which is not convenient that you don't have any buttons, so you always need to zoom like this, which is quite strange, and OnePlus seems don't want to fix this issue somehow, and always they do it this way. So you can switch it here, but when you start recording you cannot. Also the issue is 4K, even 30 FPS, you don't have the zoom lens here, so you cannot actually zoom optically, only using like digital zoom up to 10x here. Also you have this quite nice things here, but actually it's just useless. When you start recording you only have this thing, which is really not convenient, and you can do nothing with this. And also on video, yeah, up to 10x, but without digital zoom it's quite bad. From the regime itself, so support 8K 24 frames per second, of course only with the main camera, 4K 30, 60, 120, and 1080 at 30 and 60 FPS, which is quite good. And for this flagmanship, it's optical stabilization here, so the shaking and the microphone are quite well. But again, comparing with the Samsung or iPhone, of course, this is cheaper option, so it will not work out like this. Also from disadvantages, you have only 1080 30 fps on your front camera, which is really awful because you cannot record 4K, which is really strange why they didn't add it before. It was flagship, and all the flagship like iPhone, Samsung and others already supported the maximum resolution here. From photo itself, I don't see any issues, just normal camera for photos. Of course, if you compare with iPhone 14 or 15 Pro Max or Galaxy S23, 23, Galaxy S24 Ultra, of course it will be worse, but for its price, the camera is fine. You have many regimes here. You have actually quite exclusive regime here for ultra wide. It's 150 degree, which is I think the widest camera that you've got here. It's quite interesting to use. Movie, panorama, Hasselblad Pro, slow motion, long exposure, title shift. But as a regular user, this camera is just okay to make some regular photos at night also quite well. And the colors I really like on OnePlus here. So basically for camera, that's actually it. For wireless settings, you have Wi-Fi, supports Wi-Fi 6 of course, Bluetooth 5.2 also works. Okay, let's go back to settings. Also works quite well. I use it with Galaxy Watch 6. Also you have OnePlus Watch, OnePlus Buds, which you can easily connect to this phone. And also standard codecs supported here. For Wi-Fi also the speed is really nice. I made a speed test many times with different routers, and for maximum that I get with 1 gigabit channel, I get around 800 megabits, so which is quite nice speed for smartphones. So with Wi-Fi, with 5G, 4G, in general with internet connection and Bluetooth, all the connectivity and share works perfectly. I didn't notice any really significant issues. NFC of course supported, screencast and all the others supported as well. For the settings itself, of course, it has always on, as it's AMOLED screen. Screen is resolution is really high, but you will not use it, I guess. Let me just show you display and brightness. Of course, night mode, auto brightness here, high comfort, also available. Screen resolution. So you have the maximum is 3.2 by 1.4. Resolution, but actually the battery life will be not that long, so I don't know, by default even it's selected to standard or auto select, so basically up to you, but the standard is still good and the resolution on the display is quite well. It's curved from the sides. Actually sometimes you don't see, or it's quite hard to get it here that it's too curved, but actually I get used to it, and it's still a very good screen with really high quality resolution. On the sun it's bright enough, and actually this is quite light phone and quite thin, as it's only 200 gram for 6.7 inches, which is I think really good, with 5,000 mAh battery. Okay, what else I would like to cover? Always on display, many options. Also, if you didn't try One UI, Oxygen OS, that will be really nice to try, and it works quite fast. No issues with the processor, no issue with the memory, skipping the apps. So basically, the phone is nice. The battery life, okay, actually it's not representative right now. Many features here, such as wireless charging, stereo speakers. Stereo is not really good, I can tell you. The speaker is good itself, but the stereo, I think it's 1.5. It's not really like two speakers. Here it's full speaker, here's half of the speaker, and you can hear it when you hold it like this and listen to some music or YouTube, watching some YouTube videos. For battery life, 1 day it will be enough, not more, maybe 5-6 hours of active screen is the maximum, especially for used phone. It will be maybe around 5 hours, and my phone is, as I mentioned, 1.5 years old, even more. So basically it's still good results. And for updates, yeah, I'm getting the latest update always on time. This phone has got really good support from OnePlus. so it's working quite well. Also, if you check on the side what's here, so from right side we have the switcher. You have three options: silent, vibrate, and ring. Also you have the bottom lock button and volume from left. From top we've got one microphone, from bottom we've got Type-C port, another microphone, and the speaker, and they claim 3 microphones, so I guess here are 2, maybe here is 1, or I don't know, maybe somewhere else one more microphone here as well. Let me just put the case off, show you how thin it is, how it looks without the case. Actually, I still have some Chinese here, OnePlus logo, and it's plastic, but high quality plastic, has blood here, the signature. So basically, also I still have, after 1.5 years, the protective film, which is from OnePlus. So when I just opened the box, I had this protective film. I also had the case already thrown away. It was silicone case, but still high okay quality for the beginning. When you just buy the phone, you don't need to buy anything. You have the charger in the box, you have the case, not this but different one. Also you have the protective film, which is really good quality. Even after 2 years, as you see, it fit perfectly and I still use it. So after 1.5 years, I still use it. For the accessories, yeah, you can buy just case from Nilkin brand. It's really good one. I really recommend it. It's around $10. You can get it in a store or order in China on AliExpress, and it will work pretty well. So to sum up from the advantages, and okay, one more thing is the price. So the price second hand of such configuration, which I really recommend in case you want to get it, especially used one, only get it at least with 256 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. It's the best configuration. You can save maybe $50 and get 128 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes of RAM, but $50 doesn't worth to save, so you will not have any issues with opening apps, and you will have more storage for future. Actually, the price, the used phone right now costs around $300 in such configuration, which is a really good price for its phone. $300. From iPhone you can buy, I don't know, maybe iPhone 12 Pro Max for this price. Even I don't think you can buy it for 300. Maybe you can. It's the competitor which is older, the camera is worse, the screen is worse, the wireless charging, all the functions will be much worse. So for this price from Samsung, I don't know what you can get. I think Galaxy S21 maybe. Also, I think this will be the best option comparing to the competitors, as all the main competitors from the premium brands are really outdated for now, and this phone still gets updates, the latest Android, and in the first row they got update, one of the first even from all the Android phones, which is quite nice support from OnePlus. For other advantages, camera is, I don't think it's plus or minus, it's just good, it's just average. For its price, it will be enough. And zoom lens available, ultra wide available, regular camera available, frontal camera is also quite good quality. So in general, this phone is really worth to buy. That's the main conclusion. For if you can get it for $300 in such configuration, that's the best deal. You need to just get it and use it at least for 2 years. You will not have any issues. Then you can just sell it for $200 maybe. So you will not lose that much money if you buy it second hand. Also, I guess you can use it even longer. It's still good phone to buy in 2024 for its price. From the minuses and disadvantages, what I can tell, sometimes there are some issues with system itself, Oxygen OS, it can freeze, but it's really rarely happen. So the camera also fine. Actually, I cannot even underline so many advantages, only maybe the battery after like 1.5 years, of course, has become less capacity, but still it works pretty fine. It depends on your scenarios of usage. Alright, basically that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. In case you still have some questions, just leave it in the comments below. I will answer them. Put the thumbs up and see you next time.